When you think back on your career so far, I know you're only 2 years in, what moment comes to mind?
That confetti falling, that was amazing.
Athletes are primarily known for their exploits in competition, but many have talents and interests beyond sports, and when they succeed at another pursuit, it makes it all the more fulfilling. ThePostGame.com presents Balancing Act, brought to you by Gillette Mach 3 Sensitive. After completing his degree in criminology and shattering receiving records at the University of Maryland, Torrey Smith was drafted by his hometown team, the Baltimore Ravens.
Baltimore is a place I wanted to play because of the organization. They win, and I felt like I would fit in there.
This was a guy that was maximizing what he had. And I think as a reporter, it was easy to come to appreciate how he balanced being able to do the right thing.
So to play in front of the same fan base that cheered me on when I was in college has been a blessing and a curse because the expectations were so high right away. But, I wouldn't trade it for the world, where I want to be.
The Ravens were happy to get him at the second round, and immediately he made an impact for them. The St. Louis Rams game was a very important game for his confidence.
So I didn't have the ball thrown to me for 2 whole games. I'm like, man, I'm just out here. And so I come back the next game, Lee gets hurt. I was forced to start, and our first play, catch my first touchdown pass, kind of breaks the ice, and from then on, it just felt like football.
Everybody just in Baltimore, everybody's embraced him, and as they've gotten to know him better, I think, seeing the kind of worker he is, the kind of person he is, just further endeared him to a lot of Ravens fans.
Torrey achieved the ultimate in his second pro season, a Super Bowl championship. Considering what Torrey has already achieved in raising 6 younger siblings, his NFL success is no surprise.
Torrey's background is well chronicled. Torrey did not have an easy upbringing, and he had to be the man of the house at a very young age.
I learned a lot. When you're the man of the house, you learn to care for others and put others before yourself, which definitely helps when you're involved with the team. Also, I learned just the importance of setting an example, leading by example, leading vocally, obviously being like a father figure. So, I learned a lot growing up.
But he's involved in a ton of other community events, some of which he doesn't really seek publicity for because he's doing it for the right reasons.
My foundation, focused on victims of domestic violence and also underprivileged youth, because that was me. I didn't have much growing up, and my mother worked her tail off, and I know what it's like to struggle, and there are a bunch of folks, in those shoes. So anytime I can help someone, especially underprivileged youth, I'm excited about it. I interned for Logic Comics this summer. Even though our off-season passes us so fast that there is something you can do to better yourself. I remember there was a time when I used to be like, man, I can't wait till I can just focus on football and get out of school. And now it's like, man, I appreciate that time. You're always doing something and getting better.
Torrey Smith is one of the greatest individuals I've met. His story reminds me a lot of mine. He's the oldest brother, puts a lot of burden on him, but you know what? I can see him doing a lot of great things after football.
Because the window for football is this big. My life's bigger than that, so I need to try to figure out what I want to do after that now, rather than waiting.
And I do think that at some point down the road, there will probably be a time where Torrey Smith comes back to campus and is part of a Maryland Hall of Fame induction.
In the rare moments that Torrey has time to relax, he prefers to spend it on the water.
I love fishing. A lot of folks think it's boring, but I can go out there and be in the water and I can catch not one fish, but just being out there is relaxing. There's only but so much texting and tweeting you can do when you're out on the water or on the shore, so I love it.
He is just 24, but Torrey Smith's broad range of accomplishments on and off the football field is a testament to his mastering of the balancing act. Brought to you by Gillette Mach 3 Sensitive.